The Three Fishes, a tale of foresight and foolishness. Once upon a time, in a vast shimmering pond surrounded by lush green forests, lived three fish, each as different in mind as they were alike in form. They had spent their entire lives in these waters, gliding between lily pads, playing in the currents, and basking under the golden sun that danced upon the surface. Their names were Prudence, Clever, and Reckless, and though they were friends, their way of thinking could not have been more different. One bright morning, as the golden rays of the sun shimmered over the water, Prudence sighed, gazing toward the horizon.
This pond has been our home for so long. But have you ever wondered what would happen if danger found us here?
Clever, the wittiest of the three, flicked his tail and chuckled.
Oh, Prudence, always thinking ahead. Nothing has happened in all these years. Why should anything change now?
Reckless, the most carefree of them, burst into laughter.
You both worry too much. Look around! The water is full of food, the reeds are thick with hiding spots, and we have no enemies here. What could possibly go wrong?
Prudence, however, remained unconvinced. She had always believed that safety lay in foresight. But today, more than ever, she felt a strange unease deep within her. That evening, as the sun dipped below the trees and the world was bathed in hues of orange and crimson, two dark figures approached the pond. Fishermen, with heavy nets slung over their shoulders and baskets ready to be filled, they surveyed the pond with greedy eyes.
Look at this place.
One of them whispered.
It's full of fish.
Tomorrow,
The other agreed.
we return with our nets. We'll have enough fish to fill our baskets and our bellies.
The three fish, hidden beneath the water, listened. The words echoed in Prudence's mind like the tolling of a warning bell. She turned to her friends, her voice trembling.
We have to leave. Now. The fishermen will come tomorrow with their nets, and if we stay, we will be caught.
Clever frowned.
Leave? This is our home. How do you even know they will succeed? We are fast swimmers. If trouble comes, I will find a way out.
Reckless scoffed, waving his fin dismissively.
You're both overreacting. Fishermen have come before, and yet here we are, alive and well. This pond has been safe for generations. I refuse to leave just because of some silly fear.
But Prudence had already made up her mind. With a deep breath, she flicked her tail and began swimming toward a small, hidden stream that connected the pond to a larger river.
I will not take that chance.
She called over her shoulder.
I would rather leave now than regret it later.
And with that, she was gone, disappearing into the waters beyond. The next morning, Clever and Reckless awoke to the sound of splashing. The fishermen had returned, just as Prudence had warned. But by now it was too late. The men cast their nets wide, their rough hands pulling the cords tight. The waters churned as fish darted in panic, trying to escape the closing trap. Clever's heart pounded.
I should have left. But it's not over yet. I must think quickly.
With a sudden stroke of genius, Clever stopped struggling. Instead, he floated belly up, completely still. One fisherman scooped him up, examined him for a moment, then frowned.
This one's already dead.
He muttered, and with a careless toss, he threw Clever back into the water. The moment he hit the pond, Clever darted away to safety, his heart still racing. He had escaped, but only by a hair. Reckless, however, had done nothing. He swam and thrashed, but the net had already closed in around him. As he gasped, realizing there was no escape, he could hear Prudence's words echoing in his mind.
I should have listened.
But it was too late. That evening, Clever swam through the very same stream Prudence had taken, searching for her. When he finally found her in the safety of the river, he was exhausted, his heart still hammering from his near escape. Prudence, upon seeing him, sighed in relief.
You made it.
Barely.
Clever admit it.
You were right, Prudence. Thinking ahead saved you. Quick thinking saved me. But reckless? He is gone.
Prudence bowed her head. Some lessons are learned too late. As the two fish swam through the cool, open waters of their new home, they knew they would never forget the lesson the pond had taught them. This story teaches us that foresight saves lives. Cleverness may sometimes help, but foolishness always leads to destruction.